and she spoke with someone who was in the clinic. So Jen, tell us what you've learned.
Yeah, so outside the clinic here in a parking lot nearby, I ended up speaking to a woman, an older woman who was in the clinic at the time of the shooting, and she's obviously upset and in shock. It was a lot, but she was my understanding is she was in an exam room towards the back, and the man walked in. I'm not sure where he came from. I don't know what she saw to begin with, but he had walked past, went to the front of the clinic, fired off some shots. She obviously didn't see that part of it, so I don't know anything about where shots were fired or what, but he ended up coming back. Obviously, people got upset when the firearm went off. He ended up going down the clinic hallway again, and more shots were fired. She made it sound like there was maybe 2 or 3 rounds of it happening, and then she actually was probably one of the first ones to call 911 herself. And then before the gentleman left, actually, can't call him a gentleman. Before the man left, he actually called 911 himself. And if I understood her correctly, he actually called 911, reported it, and said, send some ambulances. And he told them that there would be bombs. My understanding was there was 2 found in his hotel room. Again, I'm just out here. I don't know the full details. That's just what I've heard, so I don't want to, cause any speculation, but that's what she said. She hadn't yet talked with the police officers. She's an older lady, at least 65, 70 or more. And I think her adult son had shown up, and they're talking to investigators now.
Jen, did she mention anything about a bomb blast there in the clinic?
No, not in the clinic. I believe it was his hotel room, which is probably a mile from here at the most. But no explosions heard in the clinic. She did hear the guns.
Jen, did she see the suspect well enough to give any sort of description, an age range, or anything about the suspect?
She did describe him. She was talking, there's a local radio station here, and she did end up talking with him for a moment, and she did describe him. I don't know if I completely heard. I think she said, kind of a older with gray hair. It was a man, but I didn't get much of a description, and to be honest, she's pretty shaken up.
Yeah.
And I think as she was, I don't know if she had actually talked about it yet out loud, and so I think as she was talking about it, it became pretty emotional and concerned, obviously.
Yeah. Did she?
It's pretty wild that it's here in a small town. I don't think people now are starting, there's more and more people kind of in this area, and obviously all the media has made it out here now, so there's a little bit more commotion than there